Today I'm going to share with you 5 super slick plumbing tricks. So let's say you're out on a PVC repair and you're trying to get that pipe together, but a simple coupling won't do the job. Try this. Head down to your plumbing supply store and pick up what's called a telescopic coupling. Start by gluing your coupling on one end of the pipe. Take and measuring while your telescopic fitting is all the way out, and cutting back to where the hub of the telescopic fitting is. At this point, you can take your telescopic coupling, glue it onto your first piece of pipe, push back on the telescoping spot, glue, and push it in to your other coupling. Now you have a telescopic fitting that will work just as good as any other fitting with half the headache. If you're trying to remove a copper cap that's been soldered on to the piece of pipe, but you don't have a lot of room, you can't put cutters on here, and you know there's still some water in here, but you need to retain that piece of pipe, but you can't sweat this off because there still is water in it. What do? Grab yourself a cordless drill with a metal drill bit. Carefully take and drill yourself a hole in the middle of that cap. This time you can take your shop vac and you can suck the water that's retaining inside of that piece of pipe and move on to getting your torch. Now you can heat up that cap and pull it off because there's no more water in there. Perhaps you're trying to find some sort of a hidden leak. If it's a slab leak, you may end up having to get some sort of leak detection. If not, try a simple stethoscope. You can pick these up at any kind of medical supply store, and you can put them up against a wall. If it's a large enough slab leak, you may be lucky enough to put it down on top of the surface and hear where that water hitting. As crazy as it might sound, I've literally found over 100 leaks by using a stethoscope without having to pull out the big guns with the leak detection. How about you have a hose bib on the side of your house that's got one of these guys, a vacuum breaker, but you can't seem to take the thing off because it happens to have a screw in there that's been snapped off. How do you get it out of there? You may just luck out with the old drill bit, locate it, and take and try to drill that screw out of there. If you are successful and careful and don't damage the threads on your hose bib, at that time, spray some sort of a penetrating oil in there, let it set for about a half hour, come back with a pair of channel locks, hold on to both ends, good, so you don't snap it off in the wall, and you got a good chance of taking that thing off without calling a plumber. Let's say that you're trying to replace your tub drain, but you don't have a fancy spud wrench tool. Try this. Get yourself an open-end wrench, the other side with the open loop. Place it down inside of your tub drain. Next, take yourself a screwdriver, place it through that loop, and at this time you can use that as a T-handle, as you see, and back it out of there, just like that. Now, if you're not successful because it is an older home and maybe it's brass the drain is and you can't get that thing to turn, you might be able to get away with the old torch. Put yourself a little bit of heat around the ring of this, and after that heats up, then try the old open-end wrench trick again. 90% of the time, you'll be able to break this thing loose without damaging anything, remove it, and install your new piece. So there you guys have it. That's the 5 super slick plumbing tricks I'm bringing to you today. I hope if you've found any kind of use out of this or enjoyment, drop down, hit the subscribe button. That way we all can continue to grow as a community. Until next time, this has been Plumbing with Tim. Keep plumbing.